Hey everybody, and welcome to another action figure review with me, MDW. And today I've got a nice little treat for you. I like to get my hands on one of these every couple of months. So I've got the latest Hot Toys Star Wars Death Star Gunner from New Hope and Rogue One 1/6 scale action figure. Been looking at this guy since he went on pre-order literally last year, and he looks such a cool figure. So let's see what this guy is all about. Stay with me.
Commence primary ignition.
So you guys have seen enough of these now to know how the box decoration works. So at the front there is just a standard black box with a picture of the figure on the front with the Star Wars logo. And then on the back of the box there you've got all the details about where the figure was made and the sculptors and everything like that. Guys, we're back. So now you've had a look at the outside of the box. Let's crack him open and see what is residing inside. So like with all Hot Toys figures, you've got this little kind of sleeve which covers over the figure. So if I take that off there, it's got a nice little Star Wars logo, Death Star Gunner, and there's a picture there. You guys can make that out of a couple of Death Star gunners posed, ready for action. You've got the nice little kind of the Death Star cannon firing behind them like it does in New Hope. That's always cool, so you put that on there, and then there we go, there's the figure himself in all his glory inside the packaging. So he has it's quite well protected in there, so he's got literally this kind of little box he sits in, and then he's got a clear protective cover over the top of him, which I'm going to take off now. There we go, it's clear protective cover off, and let's see, there we go, the figure there, and all his bits and pieces. So I'm going to go through the accessories separately. Let's take the figure out here. Okay, cool. So there we go, guys, there's the first look at the Death Star Gunner. Now I chose this guy because I wanted to reinforce my Imperial army a little bit. I've got a couple of Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, you know, but I do like just the standard troopers the Empire have. And I haven't got a TIE Fighter pilot, which is one of my favourites. And I always liked the Death Star Gunners as a kid. I always thought they looked really sinister, especially like they have the best line in the entire film. I think in the film franchise, Commence Primary Ignition. So cool. He presses the little keypad, and half the keypad, all the buttons light up, and he don't, you know, he just looks. I was like, whoa! Do you know what I mean? They look really scary just because of their crazy helmet design. It's absolutely superb. You know, they just look really scary guys. So you know, there we go. There's a look at the figure outside of his box. Let's say you've got the base in there, so I'll go all through that with you guys quickly. But I'll do a rundown of the articulation first for you. Okay guys, so let's quickly run down the Death Star Gunner's articulation. His head swivels left and right, up and down, so it's on a crazy ball joint, goes all the way around, literally, do whatever you want, superb. His arms and his legs, now you think he would have a lot more motion because obviously he's not wearing any armour, but his whole jumpsuit is all stitched together and it's all kind of one piece. So you know, it's cool, it looks absolutely superb, which I'll show you the close-ups in a bit, but as I say, it does hinder his movement a little bit. So his arms are probably going to get him to about that high before it starts kind of pulling on these bits here around his shoulders. His arms do move forward a bit at his shoulder and go back a little bit again, but the main bulk of the movement is kind of at his elbow really. So his elbows, you know, go up and down and they swivel there, and then his wrist swivel 360 degrees as well, and his hand swivels. So most of the movement you're going to get is kind of from this bit downwards. Then he's got a tiny little bit of a torso crunch. Again, it's underneath his kind of front armour plate in there. So again, yeah, you're going to get a little bit of a crunch, not much so. And then he's got a waist swivel. Again, it is capable of doing a waist swivel, but again, not much because of the undersuit. So it's kind of a leathery material, and then it goes to a cloth material for his trousers. So again, his trousers feel like they would have a lot of movement in them, but they don't actually have a lot because of just the way it's stitched. You know, I mean, it's the way it goes really. These figures are amazing. They're all kind of handmade pieces. So you know, I'm okay with the fact that he can't do the splits massively. You know, so that's about as far as he goes. His legs go forward a bit, kind of there. The other side goes there, like that. He's got a swivel at his thighs. So yeah, you can change his kind of actual stance position. You can feel like the buck underneath the trousers. And he's got a joint at his kneecap there, so you can like bend his knees. See that? And then he's also got a swivel just above his boot as well here, so you can swivel his leg all the way around. There's no movement just below his boot, so yeah, his boot is just one piece, so you can't get any more movement. So it's literally this bit here just above his boot cut which swivels him all the way around. So there's a run down of the movement on the Death Star gunner. A bit more surprising. I thought he's a bit less movement than the First Order TIE Fighter pilot. He was great, literally you could just put him everywhere. I think it's just because his trousers are a bit more puffy and bigger on him, but this guy's really tailored to him. But yeah, it's really great costume all round. So let's have a little look now at the closer details of him. Okay, so time for a little closer look at the figure. Now he is, I'm going to say, Billy Basic's figure. It's not kind of like Darth Vader standard, you know, where the crazy detail everywhere and his costume. It is literally a standard, you know, Imperial Trooper setup, which, you know, I say I'm absolutely fine with. I think they all look great together. And I say the main feature for this guy is his awesome helmet. So let's have a little look at that first. So it's really shiny, glossy plastic. Yeah, it's really nice. It kind of looks like it's been assembled in multiple parts and put on, so it kind of really does feel like it's not one piece. It's a few pieces put together, which I really like. Absolutely superb, really nice, like bright Imperial logo right in the smack bang his face there, and he's got the crazy blacked out visor, which just makes him look so sinister. The side, you've got a bit of a control panel, just little lights there, so he's got the blue and the red and the white. Really kind of adds a little bit of contrast to the figures, just all black, so that's really nice. Neck seal, he's got just like the standard stormtroopers have, so that, again, that's sculpted really nicely. His whole undersuit is kind of the same. If you guys have seen the Darth Vader figure, you kind of know what you're getting, or even the TIE Fighter pilot. I don't know if the TIE Fighter pilot is kind of like this. I don't know if I think the pilot might be more of this material, but Vader definitely, you guys will know, this kind of quilted, you know, stitched together undersuit, which is really nice. These lines go all the way down it. Adds so much character to the figure. You've got this Imperial logo on each side of his shoulders, and then the gloves. Oh, one's hand's fallen off. So yeah, I'll show you the interchangeable hands in a second. But yeah, the gloves are just Billy Basic gloves again. So yeah, the nice black, and they've got a little bit more detail actually around them. So you can see all these little bits of stitching around the gloves and on the hands as well. So that's really nice touch. So yeah, then the belt, classic Imperial with the silver bits and pieces here, and then elastic goes around his waist, which has got a little kind of Velcro bit at the back, so you can take his belt on and off or adjust it however you wish. It's got the classic holster to put his blaster pistol in, which is really nice, separate piece again attached to his belt, and as always, really nice bit there, magnetic, so tiny little magnet there, and then the holster strap, and beep, there we go, sits in place. Nice touches like that really do add to these figures. Trousers, really nice stitching on there, so he's got these little pockets you can put things in, so wish, but so again, nice stitching all the way around, and the material, you know, it's quite a nice feeling material. It doesn't feel cheap or nasty or anything. Yeah, so it's not going to come away or fall apart, and it really does like kind of wrinkle up and cushion really nicely at the top of his boots. Yeah, it's the kind of the classic Imperial kind of, you know, really kind of puffy trousers that go into their official boots. And so again, just like with his gloves, he's got a bit of extra detail on there, so he's got a little kind of stitched square and stitching around the bottom of his boots. But yeah, really cool. And then he's got obviously the chest piece, so unlike the TIE Fighter pilot, the Death Star gunner just has this kind of, I don't know, strange like bib. It's not really armour, it's kind of made of the, you know, kind of a shiny leather. Oh, is it plastic? I don't know, yeah. Feels like, yeah, it just feels like the material kind of same as like the actual padding here on the shoulders, but it's just kind of hasn't got the detail on it. It just feels like a kind of soft padding, but it's really nice kind of gloss finish to it with great stitching coming out around his neck. So yeah, that's really nice. To say again, you know, when you see him in the film, you don't really kind of see this sort of thing until they're in the battle. You know, oh, they do look quite a bit different. So things like this and this really do stand them out from the rest of the Imperial forces. Right, so accessory wise, you get 4 hands. Wouldn't be a hot toy figure without extra hands. So you've got 2 hands designed to be holding the pistol you get with the figure. So they've got the trigger finger ready to go on either side. The default hands are open, you get with the figure. And then you've got 2 clenched fist hands as well. Then, blaster pistol. Many a time I've used this in Battlefront Online. Does very good. So yeah, really nice design for it. I don't know whether they've actually released this with any other figures or not. I don't think they have. Got a few bits and pieces on it. So really nice shiny gloss black with a silver to tie nicely with his belt. And then at the top there, you guys can see it's got like a little red laser, possibly, or a kind of a little knobbly bit with a glass tank around it. Really cool touch to that. And in the back, it's got this little, it's like a hook, not a hook, kind of a little buckle there, you guys can see, which is made out of a separate piece of metal, which, you know, I don't know whether that sits anywhere, but it's just really, really nice. Adds a bit of narrative and to the gun. So that comes with him as well. And then you also get 2 spare pegs to replace his hands. So his hands, when you take his hands off, they come with these little pegs there. So you've got 2 replacement pegs should you need them. As I said earlier, he comes with a base, so really nice design. It's got the grid on the bottom, which almost looks like the Death Star itself, with the name plaque of the figure at the front. So these are great, and I say Hot Toys do these really, really well compared to the sideshow variants. He also comes with, say, a little kind of adjustable kind of hook peg that you literally attach to the base, which sits your figure on. So you adjust basically the spring-mounted hooks there, which fit on your figure's legs, and he can stand up nicely. So a quick demonstration of how to switch the hands out. They literally just pop off the pegs, and then you select the new hand you want and just twist it on and it clicks right in place. And then the back there as well with his gun holster is literally a case of just pulling the magnet up and popping the gun in. It fits in there nice and snugly, looks really, really cool when you display him standing there. And also, which I nearly forgot as well, he actually has got an aerial that attaches to his helmet. So it's this tiny little piece of metal that you actually get in the box with him, which slips in the little hole on top of his control panel on his helmet. So there we go, my friends. There is a look at the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Death Star Gunner figure. Really, really good addition to the Empire. So I've got quite a few, as you saw, the troopers now. So my little army building is mounting up. Just need to get hold of TIE Fighter pilot and perhaps the AT-AT pilot. So like I said, solid figure, really good. The design of the helmet is spot on from the film, and all the materials and everything used to make the figure has come out really, really nicely. Accessory wise, perhaps I would have liked a few more bits. I mean, again, like I said, would you give the gunner? He's got his pistol, perhaps a blaster rifle would have been nice, but you know, it's again, it is what it is. You've got the hands with it, and so the whole figure quality and the make is, as you would come to expect from Hot Toys, second to none. So this guy is out now on eBay. I believe there are some people selling him. He hasn't gone up on the official website just yet, but he will soon. I paid around 160 for this guy. So if you import him, you can probably get him a little bit cheaper. But I say, you know, definitely if you love your Empire and you want to army build all your Imperial officers and all the different versions of the troopers, you need to add this guy to your collection or cabinet. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you get your alarm updates. So whenever I put a new video out there, you guys are the first to know. I'll see you soon for the next video. Take care. MDW signing off.